Did you know that a black man by the name of Isaac R. Johnson created and patented the bicycle frame? Born sometime during the year 1812 and returned to the Essence September the 30th, 1960. While he was not the first person to invent the bicycle frame, German inventor Carl von Drais was. Johnson, however, was the first African American to invent and patent the bicycle frame. In fact, Johnson's version is similar to the version we ride today. Johnson's version, however, was a frame which could be folded and stored in small places. It was often used while traveling and on vacation. The bicycle also came with instructions, which would describe each piece of the bicycle frame. Did you know that? Well, now you do. Peace.
Peace. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to, come on the show. I am Queen MyQuality. This is MyQuality is for real. Here I
Okay.
have real talks with quality people who have real purpose.
Yeah.
And the whole, premise of the show is I talk to entrepreneurs and, different artists and authors, doctors, anybody, like I said, that is walking in their purpose. So thank you for reaching out and thank you for agreeing to come on the show
Yes,
and tell
ma'am.
the people your name and a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, my name is Archie Jenkins. I am the owner of 180 Life, the executive producer of the 180 show. I am a real true entrepreneur. I am a photographer, videographer. I'm a brand advancement coordinator. Um, what else? My favorite color is red, and I'm 31 years old. Basically, African American male. I had everything against me. I lost everything. 2016. I got wrongfully arrested for a crime I didn't commit.
Mm,
Sat in jail for 3 years till they finally let me go. And found out that I didn't commit the crime that they were accusing me of. I came home to nothing. Literally, the underwear I had on was all I had. Pants they gave me. Um, and I didn't take no for an answer. I refused to take no for an answer. I'm blessed to, be pretty successful. I believe I'm successful. Been on three talk shows, a few movies, and I'm in the middle of filming a show right now, and I produce my own show as well.
oh, okay. So yeah, you got a lot going on. So can you talk a little bit about the 180 show and what is that?
So the 180 show, like yourself, I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, artists, singers, authors, entrepreneurs. I'm I'm not gonna say that we're under one race, but basically I go to small businesses, majority are African American businesses, and let the world know that we not saying that through their adversity they've made it, they've done some type of 180. So basically, if you know about circles, a 360 will put you back in the same spot, but when you do a 180, that means you are changing from what you used to do. So majority of the people that I talk to on the 180 show have their own business or pushing for their dreams, and they had to walk away from not even just bad, but like I had athletes come on and say, "Hey, I had to get lose some weight. I was out of shape my whole life." Or, "Hey, I was thinking this type of way." We're actually just filmed season 2, which starts next Sunday. So I'm
Okay.
really excited about it.
Okay. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you also, like you said, you are a photographer, videographer, motivational speaker, party host, and the executive producer of the 180 show. So you have a lot, a lot going on. How do you, or can you give any advice to anybody out there how do you, maintain all of that? Or how do you stay afloat with everything that you have going on? Because me myself wanting to be an entrepreneur, but I still got to get up. I still go clock in from 9 to 5, you know. So anybody out there who may want to actually go full time to do that, how do you manage all of that?
My piece of advice first, is pray. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a faith-based person. You know, I'm the pastor's son. Shout out Pastor Brown. Anyway, my mom's a missionary, my dad, so I was raised in the church, you know, so I pray a lot. But on the entrepreneurship side, you have to be able to micromanage not only your money, but your time. Um, when I took the step to quit my 9 to 5, I prayed about it and I asked for a sign. And if I could tell the story a little bit, the quick
Absolutely.
story was, my name is Archie, and sometimes when people meet me, some and it irritates me to say the ignorance that people would say, "Oh, you have a white boy name." So the particular job that I was on, which I won't say where it was at, but I was on a job and I was hired as a manager on this job. Well, normally I would have to meet my general manager who I work for, whatever the situation is. But because of certain circumstances, they bypassed that and I did a phone interview. With a phone interview, it became when I showed up, I wasn't what they thought I should look like,
Mm.
because the name and the voice didn't match the person. So that went on for about 3 months. I was in the middle of building a photography empire. I had gotten contracts with daycares and schools already, and one day I was doing a school photo shoot at a daycare with kids between the ages of 2 and 10. So that was like already a headache because that's a lot that you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I had to be to work that evening, and some derogatory words were thrown my way. I'll put it like that, and that just gave me, you know what, it's time for me to leave. You know, it's time for me to go ahead and take that step. And I told myself, if you leave, you got to go harder when you work for yourself than when you work a 9 to 5. Because a 9 to 5, you got to do this, and this. You're gonna get paid. When you work for yourself, sometimes I have to figure out what am I going to talk about, what am I going to do to get me the next paycheck. What is I got to stay relevant. When you're in entertainment and you're party hosting and you're motivational speaking, I got to keep up with the times of how people can get what you're trying to say. And I say stay relevant. Just stay very relevant and be stay relevant and make sure that you can be where people can understand who you are. When
Mm-hmm.
people look at you, they want to be able to see themselves. When they see what you're going through, they want to say, "Oh man, I'm going through that too." And if they can make it, I can too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely have to. Like you are. I've heard people say before, like you are your brand. You're a walking brand, and that's something that I myself had to learn, you know, through the time because, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle, if you will. I want to do the entrepreneur thing, but I'm not in a position yet to just fully step out there and do the whole entrepreneur thing. And so I myself, I'm having to learn as I go, you know what I'm saying, and meeting people like yourself and doing having this platform and be able to hear the stories of the people, you know, and get advice from you and other people. So again,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
dope.
I would also say a big thing is, like you said, be your brand. Push it as hard as you can. My cars, all of our cars have 180 on it. Our
Mm,
shirts. Like I stopped wearing other people's shirts. It's very You'll see me on the show in a regular shirt because my stylist be like, okay, we wear those shirts all the time. Let's put something else on. But I'm a 180 life shirt. The lady who makes my shirt made me 30 of them. So literally, I have every time everybody like, man, you wear the same shirt. No, I have enough. I just take one off, and I already know what I'm putting on.
right.
I've gotten matching shoes to go with them, and just everywhere I go, I got cards in my bag. Every car is equipped with it. Everybody that's around you, once you wear it, I guess the first time I went and got my hair cut, and the first time somebody's like, "Hey, you're the 180 guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. Appreciate it. Now I'm
Mm.
doing something."
Yeah, how does that feel for people to, you know, to actually identify you and know who you are when you're going out? Is that like, I know for me, I had somebody do that to me one time. I was in a 7-Eleven and somebody was like, don't you have the MyQuality is the real show? And I'm like, yeah, I do. It's kind of weird, but it's like, it's weird, but that's what you want, that's what you're working for. But once it started happening, it's like, you want to go hide in the cave somewhere.
Well, the first time that somebody did that, I smiled a little bit, but then I told myself, okay, now I want more people to know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got to more people, then it was like, I need you to understand what 180 means. And so, I'm blessed. Like I'm blessed now I'm used to it now. Hey, I seen you in this commercial, or hey, I seen you on this show, and I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it. Sometimes it can get a little overwhelming because it's like, okay, hey, when I'm in Georgia, when I'm out there, it can get a little overwhelming because then people want to take pictures. But like in Texas, they're not. Oh, you're the 180 guy. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm like, I'm doing good, thank you. So it's a blessing. It's a breath of fresh air that I think the biggest thing that ever got me was a young guy. I think he was about 17, and he said that I had inspired him to really focus in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's what I do this for. I can care less about the fame, the red carpets, and the glitz and the glamour, but the inspiration to that little black boy that looks just like me. You know?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
born and raised in Texas? You from
No,
Texas?
I am California born. I'm
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
I'm Texas raised though. I'm a Texas boy.
Okay. What part of Texas?
I'm in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay.
It's the capital
Okay.
city.
So
Yeah,
I
they.
was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. But being from Texas though, and how long have you said you basically was raised there? So you know that once you say you from Texas, we all embrace
Yeah,
everybody. So we don't even say like I'm from this part, just say I'm from Texas.
I'm
So
from Texas.
we
Yeah,
cousins, you know what I'm saying?
yes, ma'am. The thing about Texas is when I got grown and being able to travel the world, it's nothing like Texas. I've been back to California, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I almost moved back. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm ready to get back to Texas. I stayed in Cali for about 7 months. I was like, okay, I'm ready to get back to Texas. So in Georgia, I'm always in Georgia, but after 4 days, I'm ready to get back to Texas. I need somebody to greet me when I walk in the store. Hey, how you doing? Everybody talking to each other. It's nothing
Right.
like it. Yeah.
And I've been in New York now almost a year. And when I first came, it was, it's totally different from being in Texas. Everybody, you speak to somebody, they look at you like you're crazy. Like, what do you mean good morning? Like, it took me a while to adjust to that way of life. But yeah, like you said, it's nothing like Texas. I actually
Nothing
be
like
home next week. I'm gonna come
okay.
home and
Okay. We're
visit.
gonna welcome you home. Open arms. Don't worry.
So what? So do you have co-hosts on the 180 show, or is it just you by yourself?
No, I do have co-hosts. So
Okay.
basically, on the 180 show, right now, my team, I'm blessed to be able to unravel all of the new things that we've um rolled out this season. So basically, we do have co-hosts. So like last year, we had LaJune, which is the braid butcher. She owns a hair salon in Giddings.
Okay.
We had AJ and Tony, which they own a food truck called Everybody Eats. They're in Round Rock, Texas. We had Rico and Pablo. They own a food truck down South Texas Barbecue. That's in North Austin, Texas. We
Okay.
had Teddy Gifford. He is a personal trainer, and he's in Austin, Texas. Um, who else did we have? And I think that was about. Then we had our talent show, which just aired this Sunday that just passed. So I was able to meet Plain Jane, which she is an artist out of Austin, and Tanaya, she's an artist out of Austin.
Okay. So that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. Yes,
So I
ma'am.
wanted to ask you, when you do your motivational speaking,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me a little bit about that and how that came about. Did that come about after you went through your journey, your struggles? How to, tell me a little bit more
Um,
about that.
they say because I'm the pastor's son, I'm supposed to be a preacher, but I'd be like, nah, I'm not that. So when it came to motivational speaking, I learned I didn't like the title as like a motivational speaker. I'm just me and I just go talking to people. but it was basically what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to different things, motivational speaking, comedy. It's really life lessons that you really truly go through. And it
Mm,
was really like that's why when I do go and speak, I prepare. You go and prepare, but I don't have to prepare so hard because I've been through so much. And so it came about with just doing the 180 and just learning just different tools, learning how to communicate, learning how to talk to others, um, learning about patience. When
mm,
it comes
mm.
to entrepreneurship, you have to learn patience, learning how to dream. Some people don't know how to dream. And so um, there was a time during my incarceration where I sat by myself for a long time, for 7 months. It was just me, God, and the four walls, and I had to learn myself. And I had to learn. I have to write things down. I gotta believe. If I believe it, it's gonna come to pass. How do I set a mission and do it? It's just like working out. You might start off and you can do 30 push-ups,
Mm,
but technically you need to do 150. You need to do 5 sets of 30. But when you
mm.
start off, you can only do 30. But you have to build yourself up to that goal. And if you keep pushing for it and keep pushing for it, well, you know it, 150 push-ups won't be nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just setting goals, reaching them, and then I just learned how to put the tools together and tell other people about it because I feel like knowledge is key, and I never wanted to be selfish in keeping all the knowledge to myself. I want to
Right.
give it to as many people as I can, and no matter if they're paying for a ticket to get into an event with me, or if they're coming to going, if I'm going to a school for, they're coming for free. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. I want everybody to be able to get the knowledge. Listening to your podcast, I'll give the same knowledge on your podcast that I'll give to them that's paying money to get tickets. You get where I'm coming from?
Right, right. And I think that's really brave to be so transparent and vulnerable
Yes, ma'am.
because a lot of times, like myself, I'll speak for myself. I've even went through, some hard times. I was in a, domestic violence situation and I share it, but I still am real reserved and, not really wanting people to just to open up. And I have to get better at that because like you said, it's somebody out there that may be needing to hear what you have to say, and a lot of times the stuff that we go through, whether we realize it or not, is not even for us, it's for somebody else, it's for us to be able to help somebody else. So the fact
Yeah.
that you are out there, like I said, this whole platform is for people who are walking in their purpose. And so I'm glad that you reached out to me. I would love to, for us to stay connected and for me to even come on your show and, if I have an event, you come out, I hire you, because that is really important, especially for us of color, and especially for men of color, because a lot of times, y'all don't be want to let people in y'all business. Y'all just
Right.
want to, oh, I'm just tough and and everything. I got everything together. So to see you being a man and to see you actually out there like, no, I don't have it all together, and I have been through this, and so that's really dope.
It takes, like I tell a lot of people, and it takes time to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Number one, 180 show, 180 life. Our doors are open to you. My team, they all looked at your stuff and they were like, "Oh man, we need to get into Texas." And I was like, "Well, do the research. You can figure it all out." So my team is definitely gonna be reaching out to you. But my piece of advice for others, even yourself, that I went through was because I was nervous. There's a lot of things that's coming in season 3 that is going to just like because season 2 is controversial. It
Mm.
goes from entrepreneurship and promoting all these people to I want to start talking about controversial. So spoiler, well, it's not a spoiler alert because it was online, but kind of spoiler alert exclusive for you is we talked about disciplining children. You
Mm.
know, um, is it okay to discipline your child with a belt, or are you going to tell little Johnny to go sit in the corner? Which one is correct? And so I brought in a panel of four different people, four different parenting styles, and it really was great. And it
Mm.
was weird. You'll have to watch the show, see how it all unfolds. But no, there was tears. There was tears. It was encouragement. Um, and just to see it go from that conversation to another conversation, and just it all came together. And just to see each person has their own point of view on how do you discipline a child, what do you think should happen, and it was really great. It was really great. It was really great.
Yeah, that's definitely whew, that's a tough one right there because being from the South, we got listen.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Listen,
yeah.
uh,
Say lit up. We got lit up. We'll use that one.
we got lit up, and and I think it has to be a balance. I'm not gonna say
Right.
that every time I got disciplined that I think that it should have went to that extreme, but sometimes, yeah, I deserved, I
Right.
deserve that backhand and up against, but
You
I
know.
think that, yeah, it's I'm gonna say 50-50. I'm gonna say half of the time I should have got it, half of the time, like, no, mama, you was out of line. But I don't have kids yet, but I know that when I do have kids and for myself, I would, talk more, not, let that be the first line of defense before you just haul off and just hit
Yeah.
somebody.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to catch a show and to see and to that's those are the topics that we need to be talking about, especially within in our community.
I feel like in a black community, there's so much that because I was raised in an era where they sweep everything under the rug. You sweep a lot of things
Hmm.
under the rug. You sweep a lot, and I was raised on the generation what happens in my house stays in my house, and you don't go get. Now I'm in counseling. I do counseling every Tuesday for myself,
Oh
not for
wow.
other people. I go to counseling for my own mental, and I like to tell a lot of people, no matter what show I'm on, if you go and listen to any show that I've ever appeared on, I let them know, hey, I do have ADHD. I do, you know what I'm saying? I did deal with depression. Just so people I've gotten so many inboxes and I'm blessed. Like it makes me teary eyed when I read it. Hey, to hear that you have ADHD, it really helped me understand the way that I think because I do. I do have ADHD and as a kid, you acting out, but really it's just your mental, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just
Mhm.
and so we talk about it. Like, hey, do you think that is real? Do you think it's a theory? What do you feel? And then, even they was teaching me some things and I was like, oh wow. But yes, like I'm trying to get to a point where we tell our people, hey, mental disorder, we gotta get our kids not just medicate them, but let's take them to counseling. Let's get them some help before something happens to them. Then and you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's get
Yeah.
them some help. Let's go to, let's take care of our mental health.
That is important. That's another thing that, we don't think about, especially black men. A lot of times, you letting it all out. That's what's up. Like I said, a lot of times, especially black men, they don't talk about, it's a big stigma. We like you said, we grow up in a household where, you don't tell your business and if something, don't cry. Boys don't cry. We don't cry. You get over it and you become a grown man, a grown woman, and you have all of these issues that were never resolved as a kid. And now you go into your adult relationships and you still carrying all this baggage. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that you are in counseling and in therapy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what's up. I'm a big advocate for that as well. We definitely need that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Definitely need that. Well, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Again, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day and to come on to, share my platform. Anytime you want to speak about anything, anything new that you have going on, you definitely have a platform to share it on. We will definitely be in contact. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find the 180 show, hit you up for an event, your photography, all of that.
You can find me on Facebook at Archie J. Jenkins. Also, Facebook, we have 180 Life with a Y, LYFE 180, 180 Show, 180 Show. Also, you can go to 180life.com, 180lyfe.com. I am on Instagram, Archie J. Jenkins, or 180 Life underscore 180 Show. You can email me at 180life, 180show at gmail.com. My team will happily talk to you. We some talkers over here at 180 Life. Catch us every Sunday on Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube, 180 Show. We're on there every Sunday at 7 o'clock. What else? That I got a event coming up July 24th. We have an event on July 24th. We're having a elite talent show.
Hmm.
So we have singers, rappers. I got some producers going to be in the building. I got some heavyweight singers, rappers, and everything going to perform on our end, and it's going to be like an American Idol. So we're gonna have the judges set up. We give them 2 minutes to let us know. We're gonna give a winner. I got some producers that's ready for some new talent to see some new artists. So I'm excited about it. And then for sure Sunday, something that is dear to my heart. Saturday is actually World Sickle Cell Day.
Hmm.
So Saturday, June the 19th. I know it's Juneteenth as well, but it is World Sickle Cell Day. I was able to meet the Wilson Warriors with the Wilson Warrior Foundation, and I got to interview them, and it taught me things that I did not know. And so definitely want to tell the people, get awareness about sickle cell, get awareness about things that are going on in our community that, we don't even know about, and stay checked out, health as well. And yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, thank you so much. I look forward to building with you and connecting with you some more. Again,
thank
y'all,
you
this
so much for
is
having me.
this is My Quality Queen, and this is My Quality is for Real, where I have real talks with quality people. This has been another dope episode with somebody who is definitely walking in their purpose. The whole purpose of the show is to kind of, like I said, give you your flowers while you're here and to let you know that you are appreciated and we do see you walking in your purpose. So you continue to be great. And I will keep in contact, and I will keep you updated on when I'm gonna. This show will actually air like toward the end of July. I record on Mondays, and so now, this season I'm trying to pre-record. I used to do it live every Sunday, but that just became a headache. And then,
Yeah,
yes,
I understand.
yes, it became a headache, and so now I kind of do the pre-recording. But I definitely keep you updated, and
All right.
keep me updated on anything that you need from me. We got this
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
business
ma'am.
together.
Yes, ma'am. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
All right, you too.
Peace.